And in 1980 in Queensland, a bottle of milk cost 30 cents, a pot of beer 54 cents and petrol was 30 cents a litre. Cabinet documents from the Bjelke-Petersen Government 30 years ago reveal a year dominated by industrial action and internal bickering on both sides of politics.
1980 was a tumultuous year. The residents in the Wide Bay had arrived with force when Cyclone Simon made landfall on the 24th of February. It was also the year when the State of Origin kicked off. What started as an experiment in 1980 quickly grew to legendary status.
Meninga to Close cutting back the other way, catches the defence on the wrong foot, he's broken through, he's coming up to Eadie, gets away from Eadie, he's over underneath.
Queensland won the match against New South Wales and galvanised the state. Off the field, though, it was a state divided. Work came to a standstill 253 times throughout the year as workers went on strike over wages and conditions.
The board wants to accelerate this dispute. They seem to be going the right way about it.
The position is now that there are no other options left to us.
Teachers won a 6.5% pay rise in the first statewide industrial action in the history of the Teachers' Union.
I remember the year very well because the year that I went on strike as a teacher.
In 1980, Queensland's population stood at 2.3 million. Interest rates rose to 11.5%, inflation soared to 10.7%, and unemployment was at 6%. The election year also saw internal divisions rise within the coalition over proposed amendments to the state's abortion laws.
Not the church, not the state. Women must decide their fate.
If the legislation passed, a woman could have an abortion only in cases of rape, incest or risk of death.
You are taking part in an unlawful procession. No permit has been issued.
The then Premier, Sir Joe Bjelke-Petersen, warned his Liberal counterparts to toe the line.
Because I want to tell you that the whole coalition is in jeopardy.
Well, frankly, I think the man has a hide. If he wants to be a fascist dictator, he ought to do it elsewhere.
The bill was defeated when 19 government MPs crossed the floor. Queenslanders headed to the polls on November the 29th and once again put their future in Sir Joe's hands. Labor picked up 2 seats, but the party was otherwise embroiled in bitter infighting.
We're about as electable then as the LNP is now.
On the night the votes were counted, race relations boiled over at Yeppoon in central Queensland when a bomb exploded at the Japanese-owned Iwasaki resort. No one was injured and 2 local fishermen were arrested but later acquitted. Francine Norton, ABC News.